Welcome everybody to the Z Family Garage. This first video is going to be quite simple, just kind of letting y'all know who I am, kind of what the goals for this YouTube channel are, and keeping y'all updated. So I recently just purchased this 1984 300ZX Turbo. It's a 50th anniversary edition, and you know, it does look decent. You know, the guy did do a lot of work to it, but it still definitely has its issues. It's still definitely a project car. Literally one of the things today, I don't want to, let's go ahead and pull it off because it's that easy. Yeah, so, yeah, quite literally horrible. Yeah, you know, she does have a little rust in some areas, and, you know, me and my buddy was having a brewski the other day, and we were in here messing around with it, and we went ahead and took the speakers out because they're shot. But, you know, the back end don't look too terrible. I do got to reconnect the latch that goes all the way up there. At some point, I will have to get the seats upholstered and everything, get some new floor mats. But I mean, yeah, he did wire up a whole bunch of cool stuff, and he 3D printed that. There's one more of these things. There's one on the driver's side already. The guy was super smart, super cool. I mean, he put a lot of money into this himself. He just sadly had to move due to work, and he wasn't able to finish it, and it, you know, kind of worked out pretty good in my opinion. But man, this has been one of my dream cars since I was in high school. I've always loved the ZG platform. Obviously, as a little kid, you know, the G35 and 350 was the new and cool car. But once I got a hold of technology and was getting into the 80s, man, I found this thing, and let me tell you, you know, I love it. I knocked out two birds with one stone: get a classic car and eventually own a 300Z. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video right here, guys, and I'm gonna restart it and start showing y'all some of the parts that I've got for the car and everything. So some other parts in the car. This was in the car when the guy bought it, and the guy that he got it from said it was like a stage 3. I'm not sure, might be stage 2, might even just be stage 1. Either way, does look a little upgraded than a regular clutch, but that is for sale. I don't have a reason for that. Then we've got an extra turbo with the manifold, and feel free, you know, hit me up if you guys need any parts. I'm not trying to really make money off of them. I have way too many, and I feel like that guy who is hoarding all the parts for cars that it's hard to get parts for, and I don't even need them. But I've got an extra compressor, AC compressor, fuel injectors. I believe this is the lower intake manifold. Correct me if I'm wrong. I am a welder, not a mechanic, but that is part of this YouTube's kind of goal and message and theme is about chasing your dreams and, you know, doing things you never thought you might be able to do and kind of proving yourself wrong. So don't mind that. That's all just garbage anyway. All just garbage. This engine is locked up, but I mean, you know, I could probably get the oil pan off of it and a couple other things. I got an extra radiator. I want that transmission. That's the strongest out of the 3. But I've got 1 box full, 2 box full. Oh, I've got like 3 intake plenums, 2 ECMs, original headlights in here, coolant reservoir fan, extra digi dash, not radiator, sorry, alternator. I've got a whole bunch. Like, I mean, you know, I don't need all of these, especially because this guy kind of replaced almost all of it when he got the car anyway. I'm gonna go ahead, put the phone down, drink me a little bit of water, and start working on those terminals, and then I'll get back with y'all. So we keeping it real here, guys. She is a project car, and she does have some rust. I believe it is due to the battery like exploding at some point. Maybe something to do with the T-top, like the drains, because I believe they might be clogged. But there's really no rust over here. So, and there is some rust underneath the car, but it's not nothing crazy. So yeah, I'm getting ready to put these new terminals on here in just a minute. All right, sketchy 1000%. Did it work? Somewhat. Wire wheel, much better, but got to make do with what you got. I also was very careful to not try to nick anything in here. I did a successful job, but I've got this. Go ahead and show you what these old crappy ones look like and how much better this one's looking now. So, you know, like I said, a wire wheel definitely would have been a whole lot better, but we got it working. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this new terminal on, tightened up, and get all these little guys. I think I'm gonna grind this guy down actually a hair, get him looking good too. All right guys, so went ahead, actually on this negative terminal here, this wire didn't even have like a ring terminal for it, so I put one on there. And I actually went out and got these more heavy duty terminals as well, so just because there's a lot more place for the wire in those comparative to, well, I don't even have one of the other ones now, but I'll get back with y'all when I get that one on. All right guys, so I went ahead and I got this other one on. So now I got both of them in there, put that new ring terminal on. I got the battery charging up right now, so probably tomorrow I'll go ahead and put it in and then get her started. Back out here this morning. It's pretty early, it's about 8 o'clock, and getting ready to put the new battery in. I had it sitting on the trickle charger last night. I took it off before I went to bed, but I plugged it on and I turned around, it made a little weird noise. I was like, hold on, let me make sure it's still working. And if I would have left it on for another like 5 minutes last night, it would have been done, but hey, that's okay. And I was doing a little more looking around the car, checking fluids and different things, and that's definitely not good. There should definitely be some coolant in there. Now, the guy did put a new radiator in it, so I don't know, maybe he just didn't fully burp all the air out the system, but that's what that's for. And I checked that and it's hooked up right, and it's, yeah. So I went ahead and topped it off, you know, squeezed the tubes a good bit here and there, try to get all the air bubbles out best I can. It is like a self bleeding system, so it should, as long as I'm not leaking anywhere, but there are a couple places I might be leaking. So, but I got it filled back up now. That's what's important. And I'll get that battery back in, get her cranked up, and I'll get back with y'all. All right, so I did start it up earlier, and I'll show y'all the radiator cap in a second. Hopefully she doesn't have too long of a crank. She really likes to crank long, especially when it's the first start of the day, but let's see. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Got good voltage, everything looking good. Turn that off. Let that fuel pump cycle for a second run. Oh, she started right up. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. A little rough idle at first. She's doing good. She's doing all right now. And make sure it's not going to be spitting out. I'll go ahead and I'll show you where did I put that old one. Which that one had a couple of cracks in it too still, but it is all sorts of cracked up and nasty looking. So I am taking the car to the gas station. I'm gonna fill her up a bit. Almost everything does work. Sometimes the speed does come out. Sometimes this guy will work. That guy usually never works. But this is what I use for my yeah, I know I'm not making that much boost. I'm gonna have to ask him why it does that. But yeah guys, this is her driving. It's not too terrible. And she don't really smoke too much when you're actually driving her, so it's just more at the idle. So we're back out here at night, and just to recap kind of what we did today. We got our terminals on, still nice and secure, still nice and tight. Well, that guy's a little loose. I might need to tighten that up. Those are still nice and tight. But, and then also I'll show y'all real quick, coolant wise, I did lose a little bit because of that other radiator cap, but this one is nowhere near as cracked. This one was a spare one that I had that came with the car. So got that on there and we're chilling. I thought I was hearing a rod knock on the way home, but, and I don't know how well y'all will see it, and you can hear it too, rocking back and forth. So I'm gonna have to replace this electric fan assembly here at some point. We're getting her one step closer to running a lot better, and I'm definitely ready to get on in there and get that suspension looking nice with all those new bushings and getting some new shocks, springs, and all those goodies. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more videos. Sometimes it might be a little bit before I post, and that's just because I am in college and working 2 jobs. But I graduate in December, and I'm trying to go back to my old welding job that I had before I was in school. And if that's the case, we get out at 2:30 every day, early off on Fridays, so I'll be pumping out a good amount of content then. So I hope everybody has a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see y'all guys in the next video.